so out of the 1 million wafer starts, do you have a sense of how much of that 1 million is done on leading edge equipment, as in, less than, 32 nanometers and below process nodes versus trailing edge equipment?
So out of the 300, out of the 1 million that exists, the million that exists, out of the million that exists, let me think, out of the million that exists, well, that's a very good question. A million that exists, I would say about 30% to 35% at the least is leading edge, which is last 4 years. That's I think 35% is leading edge, which is last 3 years. After that, maybe 150,000, maybe more, maybe half I would say, 50,000 on leading edge, which is last 5-6 years equipment, and then again, Erika, you mean leading edge equipment, right? Not leading edge manufacturing node.
Yeah.
Leading edge equipment. I look at, companies introduce their, I would say 35% to 40% in the last 3 years, which would be leading edge for most semiconductor equipment manufacturers.
Mm-hmm. Once upon a time, and if you define it more as, equipment up, the last 10 years, would you,
Erika, you cut off. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, no, I was just asking, and if it was the last 10 years?
Oh, last 10 years. The question is last 10 years. What is that question, Erika? Last 10 years, what happened?
Well, you said, leading edge is the last 3 to 4 years, but the last 3 to 4 years is basically, the last 2 process technology nodes, which is a very narrow definition, I suppose, of leading edge. I was thinking of leading edge as a little broader, say, 32 nanometers and below. So this is, this takes you back to maybe all the way to 2009, 2010.
Oh, so last 10 years. Oh, so Erika, if you look at the generations of, let's say, H2s that I'm familiar with that have gone through the last 10 years, there has been 1, 2, 3. There has been at least 4 generations. 1, 2, 4 generation transitions for H2s that I am familiar with in the last 10 years. So for me, I was thinking of the latest and greatest tool that was that had been installed in the past. But if you look at a 10-year cadence, let me think, 10-year cadence, I would say about 65%. I would say 650,000 wafer starts per month was added in the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, cool. Something tells me this is still not the last time we talk, because I'm gonna put it all together and sit with those numbers a bit, and I might have to trouble you yet again.
Hey, Erika, quick question. I did not find you on LinkedIn. I did find another Erika. I added her and she added me. I don't know if it's the same Erika that I added on LinkedIn. It is the same Erika.
No. I am that Erika. That is correct.
Because I added only one Erika, so it has to be you. So I wanted to make sure that
I added this is correct. I accepted. It's all correct. Thank you so much for the invite.
Sure. I just wanted to make sure I was not, randomly adding someone LinkedIn and then the person kind of added me back.
Very much correct.
Okay, just confirming that. Yes, Erika, it's a pleasure chatting with you all the time, and I hope I'm making the mystery clearer to you rather than making it more.
No. You're making a massive difference. You have no idea. You're my. It's very difficult. Like what I really, really appreciate about talking to you is that, with most people, because they are so embedded in this, all they can see is differentiation, every tool is different. You can't